Would you believe that these magical fairy tales were actually far more darker than what we know today? Many of these stories were not originally meant for children, but were cautionary tales, folklore, or legends passed down through generations. Stay tuned as we give you a breakdown of the chilling truths behind some beloved fairy tales. Number 1. Little Red Riding Hood. The original versions of Little Red Riding Hood were cautionary tales about the dangers young girls might face in the world. In some versions, the wolf tricks Red Riding Hood into eating her grandmother's flesh and drinking her blood, highlighting the predatory nature of some individuals. Number 2. Hansel and Gretel. In the original Brothers Grimm version, Hansel and Gretel overhear their stepmother and father plotting to abandon them in the woods due to the famine. The children come across a giant gingerbread house in the woods, and they begin to eat it as they are both starving. A witch who lives in the gingerbread house enslaves Gretel and forces her to feed Hansel so that he may grow big for the witch to eat. The children cleverly outwit a cannibalistic witch, but the themes of parental neglect and cannibalism are quite disturbing. Number 3. Snow White. In the original tale, the evil queen asked for Snow White's lungs and liver, which are to be served for dinner. Later, when the queen attends Snow White's wedding, she is forced to wear iron shoes that have been heated over burning coals, causing her to dance until she dies, a brutal punishment for her wickedness. The Frog Prince. The original version of The Frog Prince is darker than the modern adaptations. It's well known that true love's kiss can break any spell, but this original fairy tale begs to differ. When the princess is asked to fulfill her promise and kiss the frog, she becomes so disgusted that she throws him against the wall. She says, "Now will you be quiet, you ugly frog?" This harsh action and her disdainful words break the spell, causing the frog to transform into a prince. And finally, number 5, Cinderella. The story of Cinderella, in its earlier renditions, was much more gruesome. In the Brothers Grimm version, called Aschenputtel, the stepsisters cut off parts of their feet to fit into the golden shoe. The prince eventually discovers the deception when he notices the blood dripping from the shoe. The stepsisters are punished with blindness for their cruelty. These grim and unsettling origins remind us that fairy tales were not always the magical, sugar-coated stories we often associate with childhood. They were narratives meant to convey caution, morals, and life lessons in a world where danger and hardship were ever present. Over time, these tales have been softened and adapted to be more suitable for young audiences, but their original chilling roots serve as a testament to the complex nature of human storytelling.